Hey sweethearts, it's Emily. It is week 52 currently, and our topic this week is actually brought to you by one of our lovely subscribers, which makes us seem pretty friggin' legit. It makes me pretty excited to be saying that statement. I'm gonna have to ask for your patience with my video this week. I'm gonna have to Frankenstein this together because I have major video block. I guess video block. I asked Marianne. It's a real thing. It's real. I asked. Uh, so I'm just kind of talking to myself right now. Um, Let me focus so I can get this out to you guys. Pen down. So this video is about maintaining sexual attraction after tea. And I think it's a fear that a lot of guys have. It's legitimate on its face because you think about it, your girlfriend identifies as a lesbian or is mostly attracted to females, and you are losing those feminine characteristics. And that's your goal. That's what tea is supposed to do for you. But it's fair to be fearful that it's going to make your partner less attracted to you. So I hope that our videos this week will quell some of that, because it's definitely not something anybody should have to fear, is losing their partner because of something as superficial as their physical self. Yeah, that's a good word. Before I go on, I wanted to say this week's also pretty friggin' awesome because it's our first week with all three of our new vloggers. So we want to do an official welcome to the channel. So on Mondays, we have Sophia. I think I said that right. I did. Fridays, we have Leah. And Saturdays, we have Emily. So keep an eye out for all their videos. This is the first week that we're going to have everybody on. So we're going to have a full house. I hope you guys can handle it. I don't know. Okay, back to our topic. I guess I'll give you a little bit of background on myself so it can help you understand where I'm coming from. I kind of came out late in comparison to other people. You know, some people came out of the womb knowing who they are. I wasn't that lucky. I had to go through a lot of changes. I was bisexual. When I was younger, I knew there was gay, I knew there was straight. I didn't know there was any kind of gray area, there was any kind of middle ground. It was all very binary to me. And I wish I knew that. You know, I wish I could go back and look at 12-year-old me and shake me and go, no, you're allowed to feel this way. And I think I would have come out of that big gay closet a little bit sooner. But as it is, I didn't kind of come to terms with myself until later on in my life. I was end of high school, before I went to college. I kind of just figured out, okay, I'm bisexual, I'm attracted to women, and that's the word I have to use. But I've always been attracted to people more than gender, more than female, male. I've always found androgyny very attractive, which could also be why I'm a little bit lucky in this sense. I mean, being a sweetheart, being an FTM sweetheart, I could be kind of lucky because I've always found androgyny very sexy. I've always been attracted to more butch women, I guess. I don't know if butch is the right term, soft butch, whatever. There's so many different terms. I can't keep up. And after I realized bi was the wrong term for me, because it suggests that there is a definite gender binary and one has to ascribe to said binary, which I don't. I discovered the term queer, and that was like, oh, that's the word I've been looking for, which is why I'm so glad I discovered the word queer. Probably like 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, I discovered queer, and it was like, that's the word I need. That's the word I've been looking for. But even after I discovered that, I realized I was pretty much mainly attracted to females and female-bodied people. And so that's the way in which I was lucky, kind of ish, going into this. And the ways that I was super not lucky was that I have dated cis men and cis women. And because of mainly the fact that I dated cis men, it kind of might give the idea that I like all of those manly things. I like hairy chests and beards, and I don't like I don't like hair, and that's not even a gender thing. It just kind of icks me out, and so that's one of the things I guess that worried me a little bit. I mean, when Chance and I met, he wasn't on T, and he was already kind of fuzzy. Like, he had hairy legs, and now after T, it's just all the way up his legs, and he had a little bit of a stash happening. Now he's got it's cute. He's got like a little 5 o'clock shadow now. He's very excited about it. I think it's adorable. So the beard doesn't bother me, even though I don't like hair. The body hair, I think the tummy hair is adorable on him. Well, he already said to me one day, if I ever get back hair, you're waxing it. So I guess that's something that we're on the same page. So yeah, hair was kind of like blah for me, but that's something I got over it. And I think, I can't speak for my partner, but he might have had the assumption that all this male stuff I was super into and I needed, and I didn't, and I don't still. I liked his body when we met. I like his body now. It's changed. Things have changed, but I'm sure I don't look the exact same naked as when we first met, so there's things that he's adjusted to. And I think I was trying to write this down. He was hot when we met, and he's hot now, so that hasn't changed. His level of hot has changed in my mind, because he was extremely attracted to me when we first met, and as I got to know him deeper, that was a different level of hot. That was like a brain hot, and then as our life kind of developed, we have like the commitment hot, I don't know if that makes sense. I honestly didn't put too much thought into how, if I was still attracted to him, after he started T, because it was just, I'm attracted to him. It's a given. This is the person that I love. I'm attracted to him. Until one day he said, I'm trying to think of how he worded it. He looked at me and he goes, "Am I ugly now?" I was like, no. Like, what would give you that impression? And I think it's just because he's looked at old pictures and it's a different face. It's a different build. It's a different everything. And it's not bad. It's just different. And I'm in love with this person, and if he can change however ways that he wants to, but I'm still going to be in love with that person that's underneath that. So I hope that kind of helps explain, yeah, your attraction's going to change, but that's going to happen in any relationship. You can be in a heterosexual cis relationship, and one person could gain like 20 pounds, and you're still going to look and be like, yeah, they're beautiful to me, because that's the person that you're with, and that's the person that you're attracted to. So whatever they are is going to be attractive to you. So don't put so much pressure on yourself if you're on testosterone and you're worried that you're not going to be as attractive, because I can pretty much guarantee that you are. Like, my boyfriend was a stone cold fox when we met. He's still a slamming hottie. Nothing has changed in that regard. There's still stuff that scares me a little bit, because even though he has been on T for almost a year now, coming up on a year soon, there's been no surgery. He hasn't had surgery yet, so it's still the idea that there's going to be a part of his body removed when he has top surgery. It's not the fact that, those lumps aren't going to be there, it's the fact that I even saw them as breasts. It's the fact that that's a part of his body that was there, and it's not going to be there anymore. And I'm not really sure how that's going to go. I don't know. I mean, I'll keep you guys updated, I guess. Um, I know that Naya's partner had top surgery, and she said it. She was worried about it, but she adjusted, and now it's like it's good. Um, so that was a little bit worrisome, and the nipple thing scares me because as it is, his nipples are his like hey spots right now, and I like that. Like I like knowing how to turn him on and do all that stuff. And hope it's okay I'm talking about this, sweetie. I'm sorry. Uh, and if that goes away, it's the fear that I'm not going to be able to please him in the ways that I can now, and the ways that I've grown accustomed to, and the ways that I know work. But if you don't have the full nipple grafts, or if you have keyhole, if your breast tissue is little enough that you can have keyhole, they don't have to cut the whole nipple off and reshape it. I think it's the reshaping that kind of kills the nerve endings most. There are some guys that have full feeling. There are some guys that never have feeling again. So that's a bridge we're going to have to cross when we get to it. And I'm not going to lie and tell you it doesn't scare me, because it does. It doesn't mean I'm going to be less attracted to him if he doesn't have feeling in his nipples. It just means it's going to be hard to lose that aspect of our sexuality with each other, because it was like this is something I enjoyed. We have not discussed bottom surgery yet. It's something that he's talked about. He might one day, if it's more perfected. Sorry, that's the word I was looking for. When it's more perfected, he might look into it. But at this point, it's not something he's really focused on. He's more focused on the top surgery right now. So I'm not going to scare myself with bottom surgery, because there's so many different kinds that you can go through. But the changes that T has caused to his genital growth, downstairs growth, I guess I'll say again, is awesome. Like it's great. He's gone from being larger than average to like larger than average, and it's cool. I like it. And it's still growing. I think. Again, only about a year on T, and I think it's going to keep on growing, and things are going to keep on changing. And that's kind of the awesome part about having a partner who's transitioning, because you don't have to worry about, oh, they're going to get bored with me. Like, no, I'm going to keep on changing. That's pretty cool. All right, like I said earlier, I'm going to have to Frankenstein the crap out of this video, because I am so scattered. But I will get this up to you guys so you can enjoy, and I will see everybody next week. Bye.